Welcome friends to the Beaver Dam, and it is a damn good time to be in the Beaver Dam. I wanted to make this video really quick because we have two Lightspeed bundles that have come back. Out of nowhere, CG has dropped two more Lightspeed bundles. We already had Chewie going on, we already had Nightsisters going on, but now Padme is here, as well as we have the Resistance Lightspeed bundle. And now I want to make you guys a buyer's guide and a little tier list so that way you guys know what to purchase, because it looks like they're all coming back, which I figured they were. My overall theory was each week we're going to get a couple Lightspeed bundles leading up to the anniversary of the game on the 25th, maybe a new Lightspeed bundle then, maybe some more going through Christmas. Looks like CG is dropping them all now and might drop them all again next month, so we'll see. Here's to hoping. I want everyone that's possible to get it. I was hoping for the week at a time, just for the simple reason of to prevent wallet fatigue, so that way those people who want to get these can buy them, even though, you know, not all of us have that much spending money where we can purchase all of these at the same time. So jumping in, if you have any questions about what's involved in any of the Lightspeed bundles, feel free to throw it in the comments section. I will answer it, or someone else will answer it, or you can ask in the Discord. We'll go through quite a few of these and what's involved with them as we go through our tier list. So exciting things, Lightspeed bundles are officially back. Not even like, are they back with a little bit of this, a little bit of that? They're starting to drop like all of them, dude. They're doing piece by piece. Now, will we get the will we get the GAS bundle? Who knows? We got the Starkiller bundle, so we'll see. Okay, let's jump into our tier list. I have a tier list ready to go for you guys. Okay, and here we go on to our wonderful tier list. Okay, so we're doing S, A, B, C, D tiers here. There's going to be a little bit of addendums in the overall tier list, which is we're going to start with these two right here. I am putting these in S tier immediately, and these are going first in S tier for a very specific reason. After this, we'll kind of go through and build the tier list, but I want to put these in first because if you can get your hands on the Finalizer bundle, it is not only a lifter for your fleets, just for the fact that you're getting a finalizer, as well as getting bounty hunter ships to go for executor. That's the big thing, is you get a whole bunch of the executor ships, which is vitally important for your roster. Radis, same thing, you're getting a fleet, you're getting a couple random characters as well, but you're getting a fleet. And the big thing is these are the two longest farms when it comes to SLKR and Rey, and so you could get just these two bundles and then slow farm the rest, and you'd still be doing really solid. You'd be like 2/3 of the way, if not farther, to getting your Rey and your SLKR. So if this is all you can afford, I highly suggest these two bundles. They are very solid. Well, from here on out, we'll just go through the list. These ones are 20 bucks each, to give you an idea of what you're spending on. We'll try to give you the prices to the best up to date as I can find. Unfortunately, some of the older bundles don't show up in the data mines that I can find, but I will give you the prices that I have for them. So next up is we've got the Mandalorian bundle. Now this one, I'm gonna painfully put it in B tier, but I love this bundle. Now this is also a secret bundle for Executor. There's a lot of bundles here that can get you really close to Executor really quickly. I don't think we'll ever get an Executor bundle for the reason that we basically have everything we need for an Executor bundle besides the Razor Crest. And so really the only thing you gotta farm is the Razor Crest and a couple side characters for Sith Eternal. And if we get a Sith Eternal bundle, that's the couple characters you need for Executor. And so then we're there. So I think we're looking at that pretty heavily, but what I love about this bundle is, yes, it was a little bit more expensive. It was $25 for the sake of the Kyrotech characters that are in it, but you're getting Cara Dune, which is great on Rebel fighters. You're getting Grief Karga and Mando, which are great with the bounty hunters you're getting from other bundles. You're getting IG-11, and you're getting Queel. These are characters that aren't necessarily required for things, but it's so helpful to have them in your roster. And I was looking at them for so long being like, I wish I could justify relicking these characters, and now we can purchase them. So something that you should think about, but it's not necessarily an S tier one. It hurts me to put it in B tier. It's one of my favorite Lightspeed bundles, but there are better ones, obviously. Now the JTR one, I'm gonna put it in A tier, and there's a reason for that. We're gonna find the reason here in just a moment. Oh, it looks like it didn't upload. I don't know why it didn't. There's also the Rey bundle. You guys just saw it. You need the JTR bundle, you need the Rey bundle, and you need the Radis bundle to get Rey, which is really rough. I apologize, I don't have the Resistance Rey bundle for some reason, but you have to get all three to get Rey, which is $40 versus the SLKR bundle, which we are going to put in S tier, because the SLKR bundle comes with every single thing you need for SLKR besides your legendaries. So you get the Finalizer bundle, you get the SLKR bundle, and you just have to finish Kylo Ren and Kylo Ren Unmasked up to Relic 7, and then Emperor Palpatine up to Relic 7. And these two you already have at Relic 5. This one you just need to get to Relic 7. So the Finalizer and SLKR makes it really, really easy. So there's a reason it's going to stay in S tier. Whereas I'm only going to put it in A tier because you are going to have to spend an extra $10 to get your Radis, Rey fleet and teams. Going into the next one, we got Starkiller. This is going to be another B tier team. Like, I love Starkiller. He's one of my favorite passion projects, or as we like to call him here on the Beaver Dam, PPs. There's nothing wrong with a little PP. They're good for the health of the game. Passion projects are very important. I love this character. He boosts a lot of factions with his requirements. He's really, really solid. But he is $50 for 4 characters, 5 including, you know, obviously the character you're unlocking. It is a GL killer team, and it's a counter to both SLKR and Rey. There's also the argument of, hey, this is a character that's also getting a Datacron right now, so you could have a really amazing Datacron. I've taken out all but Jabba and JMK with this outside of Grand Arena with no Omicrons. So, like, the Datacron's looking really gross. That being said, it's hard to justify $50 for the 4 characters, but hey, if it's something that you really want, go for it. $50 is still a better deal than you'll get anywhere else in the game for the Chirotechs, the characters, everything. So, BB-8. So BB-8 is essentially what the SLKR bundle became. I'm going to put this in B tier for that reason. SLKR bundle is the exact same thing at the exact same price point, except the SLKR bundle comes with your veteran smuggler Han, which is it's one of the requirements for SLKR. And so, like, this becomes less important obviously if you're buying the Rey and the SLKR bundles and you have the money for both sets. But that being said, if you're just going for SLKR, it's going to be better to get the SLKR bundle and the Finalizer versus the BB-8 bundle, because then you'll have an extra character you have to level up yourself. So important distinction right there is with the BB-8 versus the SLKR bundle. The newest bundle, the Chewbacca bundle, I really want to give this S tier. I can see an argument for it being A tier, but I'm going to give it S tier, and this is a very specific reason. A, you're getting a lot of the relic characters that you need for the Executor done, which is really, really nice, because you're getting some good random bounty hunters. On top of that, you're building a lot of the bounty hunters that fit in with your other stuff that you already have if you're buying a lot of these Lightspeed bundles, like BAM and that kind of thing. This essentially is the last piece we needed to make a Lord Vader counter. And so this is a great bundle for a lot of people because it gives a Lord Vader counter, it gives a good bounty hunter team, it gives you a boost towards Executor, but then the last part is a boost towards Jabba, which Jabba is one of the biggest things in the game with the mod event that's happening that he gets every month, several times a month. It boosts your mods a ton, and you don't want to sleep on that. So most free-to-plays are going the Arnold route, which is going for Jabba first, then Executor, and this boosts both of those. So if you can afford just one bundle and you're just trying to not necessarily go for a new farm where you're going for SLKR, you could pay $25 for this bundle and get some good stuff going for your already working on farms if you're looking at that Arnold free-to-play route. So makes it much easier to get that Jabba and that Executor in your roster, including a Chirotech character, which is a character that can actually do a lot in the early game. Like, she's kind of a solo character in the early game, although no one gets her in the early game because Fennec Shand is not the top of people's priority list in the early game. Going into the next one, we got the Hoth Lightspeed bundle. This one, where is it go? Oh, I'm gonna put it in A tier because it gives you characters that are hard to get in the current state of the game. Wampa is easy to get. but then you're looking at Rolo and Probe Droid, and it's hard to get because you want to push into a better guild as fast as possible, and so it makes it much harder to get these characters. It also gives you the Relic 5 Cholo and Rolo for the Leia requirements. It gives you the Wampa, Cholo, and Rolo for your Jedi Knight Luke requirements, and it gives you Probe Droid, which I don't know, you throw it with a Vader. Speaking of throwing it with a Vader, if you are confused about any of this, like where you should put these characters after you get these Lightspeed bundles, look at the card above. I have an entire video on all the teams you can make. I will be making an updated one this next week to include the Chewbacca Lightspeed bundle, but this includes all Lightspeed bundles up until the Chewbacca Lightspeed bundle. So we got the Jedi one. We're putting the Jedi one in D tier. The Jedi Lightspeed bundle, it's great right now with the raid. We only have like 2 more months in the raid, 3 more months in the raid, if we're going with the same cadence that we've been going for raids. Meaning that this is going to fall out of style very quickly, and the characters involved with it are really the garbage characters of the Republic faction. I will give you an argument. It does have a relic Qui-Gon, which is a requirement for JMK, as a relic Plo Koon, which is fairly solid, but the rest are just doo-doo. And so I think it's going to be the only one that stays in D tier. Going into our next one, okay, this might be a D tier too, but I'm gonna put it in C tier. It is a singular character, and it's expensive. Hold on, let me pull this up for you guys to show you this. Like, I don't know. This was we were speculating some cool stuff with the Cam Lightspeed bundle when we first heard it was coming out, but seeing that it was just Cam for 20 bucks was a little painful to see. Now, that being said, he is really hard to get. He lifts up a lot of teams. Like, it's really hard for anyone to justify going for Cam in this current meta, because we all go for Rise of the Empire, because the light side Geo was way overtuned. It's really annoying to go into, and it's easier to go to Rise of the Empire than it is light side Geo. And so a little weird spot for Cam. And so like I purchased it myself because I'm like, I really want Cam for my Qui-Gon Jinn team. I know how hard he hits. He is a truck. I've seen him solo teams, but it's not up there in priority, that's for sure. The Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle. This is an A tier one. You know, spending $10 and being able to get all of the garbage requirements for JML that are just like, I don't want to farm these, and then getting all of the Phoenix done, which not only is that helpful for a fleet, that's also getting you know, a meta team if you just add in Krex, and it can be a low gear Krex and it still does tons. I use low gear Krex for a ton. You can get holds on defense with a low gear Krex. Great things from this one. You also get a rebel fleet. It's tempting to put this one in S tier. It really is, because it gives you a fleet. One of the biggest problems with all these fleets, though, is it never gives you the tank. The only one that gives you a tank is the Finalizer bundle, which is why it's #1 in the S tier. It gives you the Houndstooth as part of the requirements for Finalizer, which is super, super nice. But you're not getting like the Echelon, which is the tank for the Finalizer, the Star Fortress for the Radis. You're not getting the Y-Wing, the Rebel Y-Wing for the Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle. So like, you still have some work to put in on these fleets. Don't think you're just finished with the fleet the moment that you get them. But that being said, great, amazing thing for most people. I think this is a solid Lightspeed bundle and a great one to get a like quick GL into your roster, because if you're going for like Jabba and you get Jedi Knight Luke done and you have this bundle, you're basically 3 requirements away from getting Jedi Master Luke. And so you can get Jedi Master Luke on your way to Jabba really easily. I love this bundle. And the price point is one of the best in all of these. Besides the GL ones originally, you know, with SLKR and Rey, I feel like this is the best bang for buck for getting yourself a GL and getting yourself some good stuff out of it. $10 is none too shabby. Padme bundle, I'm putting it in C tier. I know a lot of people are going to be upset at me about this, but it shares things with the GAS bundle. You know, and you're only getting a couple characters. We'll pull up this one as well. right here, you know, you're getting the droids at Relic 5, but you already have them at Relic 3 from the gas bundle. You're getting Asajj Ventress at Relic 5. You already have her at Relic 3 from the gas bundle. You're getting New Gunray. I prefer him at non-relic levels because with General Grievous, you can actually beat JML really easily with a Gear 10 New Gunray. Count Dooku, I guess it's a requirement for a GL. Same with New Gunray. Jango's also a requirement for a GL. That's kind of the only argument I can see for this, is there are requirements for GLs, but it's $25 and half of them are repeat characters and none of them are Kyrotech characters. So it's hard for me to justify the price point and justify purchasing the Padme bundle. Now, maybe that's something that'll work out for you, and maybe that's something that you love the Separatist, go for it. I'm not saying any of these bundles are bad. All of them are a good bang for buck technically by the market of the game. It is insane how good these are. Nightsisters, ooh, I'm gonna probably say B tier. I could see it going up to A or S tier just based off the fact that the Great Mothers just became farmable. And so you have Great Mothers, easy to farm. You have a team that you get out of it and you just need to add Marin. And so like this builds 2 meta teams, which is crazy. And it's not even just meta teams, they are off meta counters to GLs. Like they are great teams. You don't want to sleep on these teams. And so like I could definitely see this going up to A tier. In fact, me just talking about it, I think I am going to put it into A tier. Being able to kill JMK and Jabba out of this bundle is just such a good bang for buck. It does require some additional farming, but I think it's enough to put it in A tier. I wouldn't quite put it S tier just because of the additional farming, and you know, the additional farming is all Kyrotech characters. So, but it's 3 characters farmed up that are Kyrotech characters, and all of a sudden you have a, you know, off meta counter to several GLs. So definitely a cool bundle. I love the Nightsister bundle, and for $15 it's solid. I really enjoy that one. The Geos are something that like a lot of guilds require in general, and so getting them to relic level is super nice. Additionally, they're also giving you the pilots being relic leveled, so if you have the Geonosian ships built up from when you started or anything like that, you'll immediately have the good start for Malevolence fleet. And if you already have the Hyena bomber and the Vulture droid, you can immediately start jumping in and beating things like such as Profundity and other major ships, and it's a great cleanup fleet. But the problem is it doesn't come with the ships or anything else. It just comes with the Geos at $15. I think it's a solid bundle. I bought this one, and I've always been looking for a reason to relic my Geos, and $15 did it for me, where I was like, yep, okay, I'm willing to do that. I loved the Geo bundle. It's another one of those ones like the Mando bundle where it's like, I really want the justification to do this, but I can't justify it to myself. And so CG came in and helped me out. C3PO, I'm gonna put it in C tier because you can finish the C3PO event with really low gear Ewoks. This does give you a couple it does give you a couple requirements towards Leia, which is why I'm not putting it in D tier. The team itself is very subpar. It can be beaten by Imperial Troopers even with Nisa on the team. You can be beaten by Wampa even with Nisa on the team. It's hard to justify this as a great bundle. I did purchase it just because I have money, and so I was like, hey, I don't have to relic some characters for Leia. I'm in. And then last but definitely not least, we are going to put the gas bundle in A tier. It's not an S tier one for a very specific reason, and that specific reason is all of these are going to require some Zetas to be able to pull things off. This one requires an insane amount of Zetas. You're looking at building a Padme team, a 501st team, a General Grievous team, all at the same time as an early game player, and that's going to be 4 Zetas for Gas by himself, then another 4 for his team at the bare minimum, and then you're looking at Padme probably 3 to 4 Zetas, then General Grievous 4 Zetas. Like, you're looking at a huge amount of Zeta investment to try and push into your roster. The event itself also requires some solid modding, but this does give you, as I said, 3 teams and a fleet, and it's the Negotiator, which is one of the top fleets and one of the best off meta counters if you get the Marauder in there. And so it's going to stay firmly planted in A tier. For $50, you're getting a lot of your bang for your buck. This is probably one of the best bang for buck things. My one problem with it is you know, as we talked about, a lot of Zeta investment. I don't think the Zeta investment would bring it from an S tier to an A tier, but what I do think brings it from an S tier to an A tier is the fact that you're going to get a whole bunch of teams, but they don't lead anywhere but Lord Vader and JMK. And you can't go for JMK because you don't have Wat Tambor. Lord Vader is just not a great GL. And so, like, if you're gonna go for Lord Vader as your first GL, yeah, lead somewhere, but it doesn't connect to a lot of other things. And so, like, Rey, the reason that she's so high is because you get the GL easy, and that's it. And then you can move on with your life and go wherever you want. SLKR is amazing because he has little pieces that go with Executor, with the Sith Eternal farm, and so there's a lot more that, you know, connects and that type of thing. But the gas bundle just doesn't connect to anything besides the bougie bunch, which is what we call the big three of Ahsoka Tano, Lord Vader, and Obi-Wan. JMK, all three of them are just really expensive to try and get into. They require Relic 8s, Relic 9s, things like that are just it can't be justified in the early game. And so I'm going to firmly plant gas in the A tier, but I do think it's one of the best bundles to get early on because you can dominate in your fleet shard early on. Keep in mind, if it does come back, your fleet shard will be filled with negotiators. So you better get good at mirror matches. There's a lot of videos out there to help. So hopefully that helps you guys kind of figure out where you should go. I definitely think these two are the must buys. They're just like go-tos. Gas is another kind of must buy where it's like, if you're looking for, I want bang for my buck and just one purchase, gas is your way to go. If you're looking to get to your easiest GL, it's going to be Finalizer Bundle and SLKR. If you're looking for, you know, the easiest to technically farm, like, you know, Rey, but it's going to be a little bit more expensive than SLKR. You're going to have the opportunity to go for JML, for Jabba. There's a lot of stuff here that's going to help out a lot of your farms, from the Rebel Trinity to SLKR to Rey, and you're going to get your bang for your buck wherever you go. But hopefully this helps you get an idea of where you want to go overall. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please throw it in your comments. And if you have any suggestions for Lightspeed bundle videos you want to see, I have a plan for a Teams video and an upgraded Teams video currently. But if there's other videos that you want explaining Lightspeed bundles, maybe you want some like a video of me explaining how the Rey kit works, that way you know how to use it, anything like that, let me know in the comment section. I'm happy to make videos for you guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.